fast forward this 33 minutes, it's just not gonna happen. If I don't come up with something better to serve. Okay, I'm not sure how much of that got cut off. I wasn't looking at the timer. I forgot this thing only goes for 20 minutes. What, 20 minutes? This harp is super. Okay. To some effect, that made a difference. I like that last hook. It's super epic. Materialized through the golden mic, getting clutched even after it drops. Transpire to anyone the words touch. For a listen, a view, an instant, a move to change a life. For the day, for the better. For we'll try anything at least once. For all that's broken, we'll make this right. To some effect, that made a difference. To the butterflies, to the tsunami's butterfly origins, to a brute straight shot of optimism, half shot of optimism. And I'm good to go. With the creative, unlimited, eternal blossom, there exists the endless abyss of vanity and all its waste. To be or not to be is to not stop endlessly. So let go, hold on, the gift is yours. For choice, commitment, freedom, love, let it do what it does. Like, we did it, yo! Boom. Then I get her, and then we add on root trip, and then we get trip hops, living the dream state. Magnum Opus. MO. ... Yeah, so this is supposed to be dream state. Like after, just state, right? Cool. Alright, we're gonna try this. Right, enough to try this. We did one try, and I'll use that for the concepts. I kind of got what I wanted across, so that's good. So I missed some things that I wanted to fix with this try, but basically repeat the same stuff, but hopefully better. Two things actually. So there's this bucket. How raw is that? Yeah, it's gonna be a bucket, so it might make the sound better. The other one, we actually did it over. So we're gonna have to do this twice at least. One to record this music scheme or score, something like that. It's playing already. It's in a bucket right now. We did it, yo. Something we did. Unveiled. Revealing her and him. Like, there she is. There she is. There she is. This next one, it's like super sick. I did actually go through it, like make it line up better since that first attempt, that first quick run through. So this one, hopefully I'll get it better. The bucket does seem to be making it louder. So it's just the old school style. I used to do it. Just one phone for the mic, one phone for the thing. Right, so I went through the concepts of how it goes, like repeats and it evolves, I guess, or whatever. So we did it, yo. Something we did. Unveiled. Revealing her and like there she is. After connecting the dots of all the thoughts that breeze through the mind. Caught feathers of a wing, seamlessly combined, and set for the wind. Getting ready for a race with, wait for it, time. Laugh out loud, right? Foot on the gas, one banana, and I'm peeling out fast. Back from the future, out the garage, progressive house. In a one-of-a-kind, unidentified McFly, forever kind of vehicle, at least that we don't know of. Still setting up Still setting up a friendly race with time. Like, we did it, yo. We did it, yo. Something we did. Unveiled, revealing her and him. There he is after connecting the dots of all the thoughts that breeze through the mind. Caught feathers of a wing, seamlessly combined and set for the wind. Getting ready for a race with, wait for it, time. Laugh out loud, right foot on the gas, one banana, and I'm peeling out. Then I'm too slow, so it's end of time. I didn't sync it super good, but I know it does sync. I like the piano. This actually goes into the brute fruit if it's timed right. So we're just gonna. Dang, man, it was a perfect flow of the music that I guess I missed, huh? Because why? Doesn't matter. Brute truth. I did it kind of perfect instead of the other one. There was one missing thing. The missing, I think it was a hierarchy thing. I don't know if it was a missing thing, but there's like a pause, and it's basically I don't know. I'm not even gonna go there. Solidifications mastery. Reading it in, making it real, solidified. Visions of the seer from when I wrote it down to right here. Materialized into the golden mic, getting clutched, even after it drops, transpired to anyone the works touch. Where listen, a view, an instant, a mood could change a life. For a day, for the better. For we'll try almost anything at least once. For everything that's broken, we'll make this right. We'll make this right. It's about like just putting everything into something to make it right. Because of everything that isn't right. Like some things you can just do it the right way, right? Even if it takes whatever more. Something like that. Yeah, we'll make this right. Do this right. Make this right. Nothing's conclusive, obviously, with these things. We'll make this right to some effect that made a difference to the tsunami's butterfly origins, to a straight half shot of truth. A brute straight half shot of optimism. And I'm good to go. So that's basically the end of that part B McFly thing, echo. And then it goes into the meditation. That's kind of, I had this before this whole thing, although McFly started the hip hop. I mentioned that in the first run through. And I end it with McFly part 2, and then I add on the meditation. I get 4 lines added to that meditation, which gives it the gift. And then I get her right after that, which is awesome. And then it's just 2 add-ons. It's or there's add-ons basically, which is brute truth, the dream, living the dream stage, maybe. It's basically Magnum Opus. That's where it turns into Magnum Opus. It was supposedly the final piece, but that's where it becomes MO, right? So we went through the meditation thing, which we're calling it the gift. It's a straight brute shot of optimism, and I'm good to go. Alright, I'm going to go through the concepts first. At the very least, that's good, that part, because I'm in the heat of the moment. So I came up with this new piece. It's a mix of a couple different pieces. It's called Magnum Opus, which is actually inspiration, or was inspired by a reader. It was just perfect timing. I had created it, I finished it for the most part. I finished it, and that reading came up, and I'm like, oh, that's perfect. It's exactly it. It's a tie between 5 different pieces. and there's like a title for each, kind of. And so it eventually reaches the end, which was either Living the Dream or what was the other one? Well, there's add-ons too. There's Brute Truth. There's what's that last one? Oh, Living the Dream is the last one. It's about like falling asleep, being able to fall asleep. And before that was Brute Truth, and before that was what was it? Oh man, there's something cool. Just as cool. There was like a Forever kind in there. A McFly is in there. MC Fly, McFly, and something like Her. That was one of the other ones, but I wasn't like set on that. But that does sum it up. So anyway, the point of it is there's like these perspectives that I came up recently, and so I basically plant like not remembrance, but like evidence of it in these pieces, right? So that's why 5 different pieces, like 5 different concepts or 5 different outlooks, etc. Basically, 5 different points, and so that's why they exist in them, right? I do this throughout the whole Triton, throughout the whole Triton thing. So it's more like the process is in my brain, so I want to like do it, but I did like write it down so it does exist in the material 3D form, so that's always comforting. So at least I got to that far, but I'm not looking at the. I'm sure I can't remember certain little details. I'm gonna have to like freestyle it and skip over the things I can't remember exactly. There's a couple cool things. I'll have to look over it again. So this will be like a rough run. The ending one, the dream one, there's like a couple particular things that'd be cool to get in there. I know it's there. It's just I don't remember the beginning. And before that, Brute Truth, it's actually like outlook. It's not even a rap, but I've seen it done before, and I've done it before where like I kind of like just talk through a perspective versus like rapping a perspective. I've seen it done inside like little hip hop poetry slams. They do that, right? But they still rhyme in them. But this is not that. But this is just a perspective and outlook that ties to like a bigger philosophy or whatever, which is why I wanted to put it in there, because it was all progressive, right? The process, right? But I did kind of rearrange it, even though I was second to the last, and then the dream thing was being able to sleep. That's another cool one just to cap it. But I actually went from MC Fly onto the next one for Forever Kind, and it reached Her, which is awesome. But I put Her in the beginning because it's like everything, right? It's like, well, why anything? Oh man, this is super long. So I wanted to get this concept of, there's some kind of understanding of where I'm coming from, right? Okay, now I'm getting into the flow or the poetry. So like, pretty cool things. That's why Magnum Opus is super like big, right? And it represents something else, so that's why this is like a rap form of it. 5 different pieces combined. Man, I don't know if I can remember the dream one. I can remember the beginning, so I'm just gonna like, this is a quick sketch, first run video, so after the second. So the second one was connecting the dots of all the thoughts, breathing through the mind, caught feathers of a wing, seamlessly combined, set for the wind, getting ready for a race with, wait for it, time. There's a cool part. So this is actually where I started. MC Fly or McFly. Setting up a friendly race with time. How about I'll just get through it? As I exhale and sit in the eternal stillness of the unlimited imaginative. Imagine the possibilities. Hook and pan, yin and yang, solidification, mastery. Reeling it in, making it real, solidified. Visions of the seer, from when I wrote it to right here. Materialized through a golden mic, getting clutched, even after it dropped. Transpired to anyone the words touch. Where one listen, one view, instant, can change your life. For the day, for the better, or we'll try almost anything at least once. For everything that's broken, we will make this right. For some effect, or to some effect that made a difference. For the tsunami's butterfly origin to a straight half shot of optimism, and we're good to go with the creative, imaginative, eternal blossom. There exists the endless abyss of vanity in all its ways. To be or not to be is to not stop endlessly. So let go, hold on, and at the end, there's one more beat. Like I said, I didn't actually go through it with the beat, only the first one. Not beat, these are instrumentals. So that's that, which is the Magnum Opus, and then it goes into like this like very conceptual. The brute truth is just like philosophy, like type of thing, and it's basically from one phrase. I just kind of like blow it up, like expand. And it goes to be brutally honest. Some people have nothing else better to do with themselves. Expression that we hear, a lot of us hear, and we just move past it, right? But let me rewind it and slow it down, right? Nothing better to do themselves, right? Nothing is like death, it's no, nothing. Better is to rise or evolution or progress, right? To do is action, cause and effect, reality, and themselves is ourselves, is yourself, is I am. And so if you put that together, in short, you could say that death to the evolution and reality of themselves. That's pretty. That's like, okay, but sadly, some people exist to bring other people. That's like, okay, but sadly, some people exist to bring other people down, or in order for them to exist, that's what they do. And another way of putting that would be the cost of themselves to other people. Almost not as grim, but like how they say like people eat their kids, right? Like not literally, like say like the Titans, right? They have that story about how the dad would feed on his children, and the brothers or whatever, right? They all rallied against him, right? To defeat him, right? It's just like chaotic, right? Chaos. So obviously it's not that bad, right? The cost of you is other people. Now, logically, if you look at it, this is actually very natural. It happens in nature all the time, right? To survive, right? From the food chain to the bacteria, down to the bacteria level, all the way up to the cosmic scale, right? It's kind of a way about things. An example, or natural selection, right? Is another example. I thought it was like, okay, so a predator hunts for days for like an honest kill, and goes back and gets run over crossing the street to feed its kids, right? And so the kids will die, right? It's like, whoa, that's crazy. So like, things always, in order for something to exist, it costs other things, right? So that's crazy. But in the hierarchy of, like, say, the animal kingdom or like the food chain, right? Usually, the more evolved you are, there's more order in it, right? So, but it's not always the case. Sometimes a lesser evolved being will actually take out a more evolved being just so they can exist, right? So that does happen. But for the most part, the more evolved you are, the more there's more I don't know how to put it, but just less chaos, I guess. Chaotic. There's just some kind of order. So anyway, we all have our monsters, but even we do kill monsters. So it's not saying that there's no place for that type of way, right? Some people even submit that that's the way it is. That's just how it goes. I have nothing else better to do with myself, right? But obviously, my point is, to some people, that we're better than that. That's all. So it leads into the trip hop. So anyway, so it goes into the trip hop thing where, so the brute Truth reverts tribute to trip hop. No, no, Truth reverts trip hop. Vibes that sway my way. Bring the smell of the ocean just under my eyelids. Right here, just near where dreams exist. Where it'll rest so it dries up. Where it can rest till it dries up. So I'm sleeping, right? And you just like listen to the trip hop and you're like, oh yeah, you start vibing. It like brings that kind of like emotion. So I just thought of this whole thing, and it's only the first line, but it goes on and on basically how I'm able to go to sleep and dream so that I may live the dream, right? Basically. And that's basically where it ends. Forever Kind. That is Forever Kind. It's the second one. Then it goes McFly. Then it goes, I don't know what that is, but it actually taps into chances, which is kind of cool. I actually, what do you call that? Echo it, I guess. Which is super cool. I wasn't, you could probably barely make out what I said inside the original flow, so I'll have to find something that'll let me go for that better. Oh, piano. There's nowhere. No piano in there. Alright, so. See if we can do this from the top. We just get through it. I believe I went for that in the first one. The sync is a little bit better, even though it's not perfectly timed with the final drop lining up with time. So I can run through, and then we go straight into, man, I don't know what we're gonna call it. It's something. It's the second part of McFly, but it echoes chances. I don't think we named it. It might just be part B. Then after that, it goes into this meditation. I'm not sure what we're calling that, but it's totally separate from the rap and all that stuff. And so I got to sneak it in there to build around it, basically. And then after that, I come up with her and I put her in the front. I explained this inside the first run through. So I forget what we're calling it. Oh, in fact, that is MO right there. That pinnacle meditation is MO. And then, I get her, and then after being able to go through the abyss or whatever, naturally and still intact, I create Root Truth, just kind of just for fun, really. And after that, trip hop thing, which, that's what it's called, the gift. The gift is what that meditation is. And originally it's the first half, but the second half came with this flow when I threw it in there, and I added the last 4 lines, and that's actually the gift. It's basically choice. And so it goes to Brute Truth, and then it goes into the trip hop thing, which I believe we called it Living the Dream. And then that reader, a particular reader, cool reader, she drops that whole Magnum Opus, right? So I fit that in right at the end. So that's where I get MO, right? MO is the final title. So that was just concepts, right? There we go. Something we did, unveiled, revealing her and him, like there she is, ditto. After connecting the dots of the thoughts like a breeze through the mind, caught feathers of a wing, seamlessly combined and set for the wind. Getting ready for a race with, wait for it, time. Oh, that sync would have been perfect if I just went through it. But anyway, getting ready for a race with, wait for it, time. Laugh out loud, right? Right foot on the gas, one banana, and I'm peeling out. If you ever watched that movie, Back to the Future, From the Future, I think they just like switch up those words of me, which like symbol, to the past and the future. Anyway, he uses like a banana, right, to fuel his flux capacitor or whatever it was. I grew up watching that as a little kid. That was always cool. Johnny be good, Johnny be good. Okay, so anyway, one banana and I'm peeling out Back from the Future, out the garage, progressive house. That's that thinking music, right? Garage, progressive house, right? It gets you thinking, gets you in the tempo workflow, yeah. So out the garage, progressive house, and unidentified, one of a kind, one of a kind, unidentified McFly. I did go kind of, what was it called? The Dorian Gray. Dorian, Dorian Gray is the movie, but I'm pretty sure it's called the Dorian or something like that. His car. Yeah, so unidentified, one of a kind, forever kind, no, McFly, forever kind of vehicle, at least that we don't know of. Still setting up a friendly race with time. As I exhale and sit in the stillness, the eternal stillness of the unlimited, imaginative, imagine the possibilities from yin and yang to Peter Pan, Hook and Peter Pan. That's basically referring to like a wholeness between the dualities, right? There's like so you can do that in the space of like forever. um, and then it goes solidified mastery. Imagine the possibilities. Yin and yang, hook and pan, solidified mastery is like together they can bring the unimaginable, all the possibilities into something real, right? Something aside, and it says, then it goes, to make it real, really, a little pun on hook. Then it goes into, I think I got through all of this, honestly, for the first run. So let's just try that from the beginning. So it goes, as I exhale and sit in the eternal stillness, the unlimited, unimaginative. Imagine the possibilities, yin and yang, hook and pan, solidified mastery. Reeling it in, making it real. A clip that, or piece that was titled Magnum Opus, and they explain it. And it's like, oh, that's exactly what it is. And then obviously I had to fit it all together, but it's all there. Being able to let go, I guess, of the dream, synchronizing that whole text. The dark and the fast and love, epiphanies, meditation right there. A lot going on, but it brought to light that whole epiphany. So fast forward this, it's 33 minutes, it's just not gonna happen. If I don't come up with something better,